You know, I was not going to touch on that Club Shay Shay interview. I wasn't even gonna watch it because after the Cat Williams one, I mean, we all know by now that Hollywood lives on its stereotypes. Terrence Howard has already talked about quitting if he hasn't already. And I need to find an article on the Asian actor Brian T because I believe he was also talking about quitting Hollywood. For some reason, with blacks and Asians, Hollywood love to live up its stereotypes. Not that it doesn't do it to Hispanics and other groups, even within its own, the white community. But I'm not going to get into that. That's not what this is about. And though I started this video off with music to keep things lighthearted and communal, it's just something about our community, something about our people that just can't take correction. So here's Monique, right? So you know where I'm going with this. The thing about it is, I believe everything she said. Because see, you can tell younger black people, our younger black youth things now, and they just don't listen. It's as if they've got some blinders on that things that are happening in society do not pertain to them. And it goes back to what I say about the year 2030 and how it's going to be a game changer for all people in the United States. Okay, but what does this have to do with Monique, Tara? Let me get into it. See, Monique has been telling entirely too much truth in the last few years, a truth that don't no one want to live with. Such as going after the people who are wearing bonnets in public and how you dress and present yourself. And y'all know she's right. See, a lot of us love the auntie, because that's what I'm going to call her from now on, Auntie Monique, though I don't agree with her philosophically on religion and God and all that. See, we love the auntie that likes to gossip. We love to hate her. We love to understand that she's the one that's going to be in everybody's business, can spill the tea and tell people that all the stuff about people she ain't got no business knowing. Now, I don't like those type aunts, and the one aunt that I am close to, I'm glad she's discreet and is not like that. But what most of us, which I love, but most of us as a community hate, is the auntie that need to tell you the truth. The one who need to correct you and do it with love. Because when you go back to the bonnets, when you go back to her calling out Oprah Winfrey for being a snake, for doing things for money. I've been telling people close to 20 years ago Oprah couldn't be trusted. When I watched certain interviews with her, I watched to see her mannerisms and see what she would say. Past 2004, I think I was done with Oprah. And then when they started playing that old clip about her saying Jesus is not the only way. Well, how do you believe in Christianity if you don't believe in that premise? But I'm going to leave that alone because this wasn't supposed to be about anyone's belief system, okay? See, we don't like the auntie. When I say we, I'm talking about in general, not me. We don't like the auntie that's going to correct us and tell us that we're wrong. See, this video may get a little more raw. I might irritate some people. No one likes that relative that's trying to help you anymore. See, Monique is nothing more. I won't say nothing more. That's the incorrect term. Monique is has gone beyond someone who just tells the truth, because I've seen clips from that Club Shay Shay. We know she's not lying. And I was trying not to get hooked on Shay Shay, but I'm getting too darn hooked on Shay Shay. And I wasn't trying to do that. Thank you, Shannon Sharp. See, she's more than just somebody that sat on Shannon Sharp's couch and took a few sips of drinks and was eloquently dressed and talking eloquently and going back to our community, because she brought up Claudette Colvin and our incessant need to put up a public act. Proof that I'm not a fan of NAACP. I'm ranting right now. She is a representation of something we're trying to suppress, and the very thing that's hurting our community. See, some of us who grew up here, because this was in the 80s too. If you go 1980s and back, because really in the 90s is when it went to crap. There was a time when we lived off of this thing, and we had to because of slavery, called fictive kin. When we had no choice but to have each other because society saw us as a stain just by the color of our skin. And there was a time when a person didn't have to be related to you to chastise you for getting out of line and making you feel a little bit embarrassed about your behavior. See, the 21st century changed that for us as a people. It seems like from 2000 up until now, we all live off of acting like trash. And look at this stuff with Sexy Red giving birth to a child, then cocking her legs up and showing us all her business that we didn't need to see. Just wouldn't have happened 20 plus years ago. But the aunties and the uncles who tell us the truth, we don't want to hear from them anymore. Because see, what we want to do is get out in public and twerk. And what we want to do is live out the worst of our own stereotypes. And see, Monique, when people say she need to keep her mouth shut, they're not worried about her going after these celebrities. Come on now. That's the surface level stuff. We've known for years that Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry are snakes. That's why I don't watch Tyler Perry films anymore. When I finally realized the premise of it. Never really watched any. I don't think I ever. Nope, I haven't. I've only seen a clip of one of his television shows. And it was a momentary clip of some people doing the shower. And I'm like, ooh, this is just too much. And I don't remember what show that was. But I've never watched a full episode of his show. Now, see, the reason y'all need Monique to keep her mouth shut, okay, is because you want those aunts and uncles who are still alive, still breathing and kicking, who can give you wisdom, who can give you knowledge. See, you want them all to shut up and go away because you just want to do what thou wilt. See, you want to go out and go out in public and go catch an airplane and have your panties and your bra showing with a bonnet on. See, you still want to sag your pants and not have no drawers on and think we all want to see that. See, you still want to go and disrespect your parents and talk any kind of way. And most of all, you still want to make your money off of exploiting your community because, come on, we know that Reverend Al Sharpton is nothing but an exploiter. I've been saying this for years and don't know why y'all still see him as some big community to do. But again, that's not what this rant's about. See, Monique is a representation of an old ideal that our community, unfortunately, us foundational Black Americans, I say this as a collective, not as an individual, because as an individual, there to me is nothing wrong with her advice, because I grew up on the fictive kinship in the 80s. And please go look up fictive kin. It's a sociological term. You'll pretty much know, because I'm not going to get into that in this video. See, the reason that Club Shay Shay interview nags at you all is because you want Auntie to go sit in her corner and shut up and just take the crumbs on the table, because you've been so conditioned for so long to take those crumbs that you don't see the problem. Oh, why you complaining? You should be thankful for what you have. Look, I'm not saying that a lot of actors and actors may or may not be overpaid, but y'all know good and well that Monique is a mother. You're telling a mother to go do a tour for free. What rock are y'all smoking? What are we on right now? See, everyone wants Auntie to shut up because we don't want to go back to that good old discipline. And I'm not talking about beatings and spankings. That's not even what I'm putting in the equation. I'm talking about that grassroots, down to earth advice that we all need about living life. Because see, Monique didn't say anything that wasn't new, in the sense that we learned some revelations, but she didn't say anything new in terms of how our community is acting. See, this talk is easy for me, because I know it's hard for me to take correction sometimes, but it's still easier for me than this newer generation because I grew up with that concept and I understand. See, everybody wants Uncle, who was the late Kevin Samuels. I didn't agree with everything he said. I agreed with a lot of it, though. See, we want Uncle, or we'll say Cat Williams in this case. That'll be an even better Uncle. See, we want Uncle and Auntie to shut up because we want to just go do what we want to do. We just don't want correction anymore. Even if that doing what we want to do means selling our own family values, not building a legacy and selling our own community. And even if that means settling for less, we need Auntie to shut up. See, and this is the real problem people have with Monique. Because come on, we've known about these celebrities. Y'all want her to go away because you want the ideal that you're going to need to be corrected to go away. Let's just call this what it is. And let's stop messing around. For the same reason y'all go after Shannon Sharp. You don't want those black people anymore in our communities who gonna tell you to go out with clean clothes on, who's going to tell you to get your credit score up, who's going to tell you to work on your resume and work on legacy. You're too busy being entertained. And if you don't get it by now, I don't really care the color of your skin. I don't want nothing to do with you.